Top 5 Most Expensive Stadiums. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. A good stadium can make the difference between an average game and a very special game by drastically improving the vibe of the place. We're going to talk about the top 5 most expensive stadiums in the world. Remember that every year, the costly stadiums get renovated further and they keep changing their ranks. A more expensive or upgraded stadium could include everything from more seats to more luxury boxes. There could be added or improved parking and even higher tickets as the cost of the stadium rises. Anyway, let's get started. Number 5. Wembley Stadium. Located in London, England, the estimated cost of the Wembley Stadium is $1.25 billion, and it can host up to 90,000 people. It was built back in 2007 and is home to the national soccer team of England. Oh, and this stadium is actually a remodeled version of the original Wembley Stadium, built all the way back in 1923. The new Wembley Stadium is located at the same spot as the original one, but the number of changes made to it was extraordinary. For starters, all the 90,000 seats in the stadium now have a clear view, unlike before when a significant proportion of the seats had an obstructed view. They've also built a 133-meter arch hanging over the north, which is impressive to say the least. The Wembley Stadium has about 688 places in it where you can get a drink, which makes a lot of sense now because about 40,000 pints of beer are downed on average within halftime. If that wasn't good enough, the stadium uses a combination of synthetic and genuine grass to increase the durability of the surface. The retractable roof of the stadium also continues to remain the center of attraction for many. Number 4. at&t Stadium. It's not just something they say, everything really is bigger in Texas, just like the at&t Stadium, which has an estimated cost of $1.3 billion. For this, Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys owner, approved spending $241 million taxpayer dollars to construct the stadium. Home to the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL, the stadium was completed in 2009. Up until 2008, Texas Stadium had been home of the Dallas Cowboys since 1971, and with the at&t Stadium completed in 2009, it has since replaced it. If we look at seating capacity alone, at&t is the fourth largest stadium in the NFL with a capacity of 80,000 people. But if you add the standing room, the stadium can host a total of 105,000 people. This stadium actually has a record for the highest attendance during a regular season game of the NFL, with a total of 105,121 people in attendance. This is also the largest domed stadium to exist and even has the largest ever video screens at 60 yards. The retractable roof stadium has another record bagged with 108,713 people attending for the 2010 NBA All-Star Game. The stadium is actually owned by the city of Arlington, and it can also be used for a number of other activities, such as rodeos, soccer, concerts, basketball games, college and high school football contests, motocross, and Spartan races. Number 3. Yankee Stadium. As it may already be clear from its name, the Yankee Stadium is home to the Yankees and is located in New York. This one has an estimated cost of about $1.5 billion, and the fact that over $1.1 billion of this money came from a single man is staggering. I mean none other than George Steinbrenner, who will forever be remembered for his contributions. The original stadium was built back in 1923, so there was a lot of sentiment attached amongst fans who were very much against rebuilding it entirely. Keeping that in mind, a lot of the design and features were kept the same and preserved in the same park. The manually operated scorecards definitely added to the uniqueness of the ballpark, so even that was left untouched, and the new stadium still boasts the conventional system. It is 2021, and some people prefer modernity, but ask a Yankees fan, and he probably would not have it any other way. The stadium's seating capacity is around 50,000 people, which is slightly less than normal, but the rest of the features easily make up for this. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium had an estimated cost of $1.5 billion. Up until 2017, Georgia's Superdome was home to the Atlanta Falcons, but that changed to this new Mercedes-Benz Stadium after its completion. Oh, and in case you're confusing it with the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, don't. They're definitely not the same stadiums. The retractable roof of the stadium will make it look like a bird's open wings, which make the roof one of the very special features of the stadium. The roof itself is actually made up of 8 220-foot-long pedals. The roof will completely open in 8 minutes and close in 7 at the touch of a button. Another way the Mercedes-Benz Stadium proved itself to be one of the most modern stadiums was by going completely cashless in 2019 when there wasn't even a pandemic. They have only accepted credit and debit cards since then, or other forms of digital payments. The stadium also boasts a 100-yard club, which is the size of a football field and adds to the total capacity of the stadium. There are about 16 bars and more than 650 points for sale. Overall, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is almost deserving of the number 1 spot. Number 1. MetLife Stadium. The MetLife Stadium is located in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and has an estimated cost of more than $1.6 billion, making New Jersey Stadium the most expensive one in the world. A slight glance towards its planning is going to make you realize why the stadium is where it is today. It was only due to the collaboration of the New York Jets and the New York Giants that the MetLife Stadium was able to become a reality. Constructing the most expensive stadium out there means that a lot of extra costs will be incurred. To counter that, the New York Jets and New York Giants split the construction cost of the stadium amongst themselves equally. Understandably, both the teams now have an equal claim to the stadium and share it with each other. With this, the building became the 4th one in New York to have been shared by 2 teams. The Jets wanted a much more modern look for the stadium, but the Giants wanted that traditional look. To reach an appropriate middle ground, we can say that a good compromise was reached in the shape of this stadium. Before this, the Giants Stadium was used by both teams. The only difference was that the Jets were tenants to the Giants. Interestingly enough, the MetLife Stadium is actually one of the largest NFL stadiums without a dome. It was completed back in 2010, and the fact that no other stadium still comes close to being as expensive definitely surprises me. Well, that's it from this video. We hope you enjoyed having a look at the most expensive stadiums out there. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this in the future, and don't forget to give it a like if you liked what you saw.